Hi! Today I want to share with you guys a hooded eye tutorial with my ShadowSense eye shadows, and I have a couple people that were requesting that I show this tutorial because I have hooded eyes, and sometimes there's not a lot of information about how exactly you should be doing your eyeshadow with hooded eyes. There's a definite wrong way and a right way, but your preference is your preference. If you prefer to do it opposite of what I do, you do you. That is totally fine. So I'm just going to show you today what I do for my hooded eyes and in a daily look. I'm not going to do anything extravagant, but it'll be just a daily look for hooded eyes. So to get started, I've already done my foundation today. I actually started with my self-tanning bronzing coconut milk on my face because I was looking a little fair. And then I used my color corrected tinted moisturizer in medium, and then Suede Make Sense foundation. And that's all I've done so far. I'm going to get started with covering up my dark circles and the blue tint under my eye, and I'm going to use my Candlelight ShadowSense. And I'm going to use my fingers for some of this tutorial, and then I'm going to use brushes as well, so just stick around. I will put all of the brushes in the comments below that I use and the products and colors so that you know what they are. So this is Candlelight. I just like to highlight under my eyes, and it's great for covering up my dark under eye circles, which I just got in my new product, the dark circle under eye treatment from Synergence, and I am about to get started on that. My mom and I both have really bad under eye circles, and we're gonna try it out. And I will put before and after pictures on my VIB Facebook group, Lipsticks by Jen. Okay, so that's that. Let's get started with my actual hooded eye look. I want to start with Sandstone Pearl. I don't prime my eyes prior to. This stuff is great. It stays all day. I don't need to prime. But what I do like to do is make sure that I don't have any of my foundation on my eyelids. So I'll use like a baby wipe or a tissue and make sure that the oil and foundation are off of my lids, because it's nice to have a clean, dry lid for a hooded eye, because our eyes open up into the eye or the brow bone. So although ShadowSense does not crease and it doesn't move throughout the day, it's nice to have a clean palette to start with. So I'm going to do Sandstone Pearl as my base, and I want to put that all over my lid all the way up to my eyebrow. And that's going to cover up all of the veins and just give you a nice base. So you have about 2 minutes to work with this cream to powder eyeshadow or ShadowSense, and once it sets, it is set. It is there for the day. So this stuff is just great. I use it all over my face actually. And then I'm going to do my Mulberry, which is like a lightish brownie pink kind of color. I'm going to do that for my transition in between my eyelid and my brow bone. And I just need a little of that, and I'm actually going to use a brush for that, a crease brush. I don't know where my crease brush went. Okay. So I'm going to put a little here, and that's just going to be a transition color, and I'm just going to blend that out with a Real Techniques brush. And this is basically going to just have a transition between my lid and my brow. And then I'm going to do a darker color in my crease just to make that shaded. So the darker the color is, the more it's going to set back that part that you put the dark color on. And when you put a light color on, it brings it forward. So that's why you don't want to put, if you have hooded eyes, you don't want to put the dark color here and then put the light color up here, because when you open your eyes, it's going to push this part back and this is going to come forward, making it look even more hooded. I have embraced my hooded eyes. I used to hate them, but now that I know how to make them look the way I want them to look, I actually like my hooded eyes now. Okay, so that was Mulberry, and that is in my transition. Now I'm going to do Garnet, and that is a dark brown color, and you need a tiny small amount of that, and I'm gonna actually stick with the same brush. This is a Real Techniques shading brush. If you're using brushes with your ShadowSense, make sure that you're using synthetic brushes. Natural brushes will just soak all of the product in. So you need a tiny little dot, and I'm going to highlight. I'm gonna use a detailer brush from Real Techniques, and I'm just gonna do my crease with that color, and I'm gonna pull it through. And just blend that out. So as you can see, a little goes a long way, but I just like to blend, 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 and then as I'm blending, I'm pulling it up. So you don't want the color to be down, you want it to come up here. Just to open your eyes up a little bit more. Okay. Next we will do the other eye with the same Garnet. And I'm gonna blend that, blend it up. And as I'm blending, as I'm going back and forth, I'm like pulling it up too. Because when you open your eyes, you only can see from here up. So, and when you're talking to someone, obviously you're looking down, you're looking over, but when you look head on to them, with my eyes especially, I can only see from here up. I really don't have a ton of lid that shows, but I will highlight my lid next to show you how that works and bring that forward. Okay. So I am going to do a mixture of Snow, which is white, and then Pink Frost, which looks really good with the brown tints that I used. And I'm just gonna do a small dot right in the center of Pink Frost and a small dot of Snow. And I wanna mix those together just to bring like a highlight of my lid. And I'm going to use a fluffy medium shadow brush, and I'm just gonna spread that all over. You can do this with your fingers. I have other tutorials that I've shown how to use my fingers, but people want to see what brushes I use when I do use brushes, so And that's why I'm doing it with brushes today. So you can see that little bit of highlight when I open my eyes, you can see a little bit of it there. You don't want too much, and you don't want to use a shimmer there. So a matte color is perfect. So again, I'm gonna do that on the other eye. A dot of snow and a dot of pink frost. Need a little bit more. On top of having hooded eyes, I have very small eyes, so that also, this helps to open them up and look a little bigger. Just an illusion. So I want to blend that out really well. Great. Okay. So as you can see, I've highlighted my lower lid and I have taken the dark up onto my brow bone. So when I open my eyes, that's there. Now, some people will say that lining your eyes when you have hooded eyes is not a good idea. But if you are to tight line them, or just keep the, which means to keep the, either do under your lashes or keep your line very thin, that is okay. But I only go from the center of my eye over. I never go to the inner corners of my eyes with liner. It looks really bad for hooded eyes and how small my eyes are. So I'm gonna do my Onyx ShadowSense with a angled brush. It's just a tiny little angled brush. And I'm going to get the product on it like this. And I like to blot it off on a napkin or a paper towel. And then I just keep my line super thin and right next to my lash line. And I only go really halfway over. And if you want to wing it out, you can. So I like to let it set before I open fully, because I will open and it'll be up on top here. So I'll do the other eye now. Okay. So, and now I also want to do a little bit of that transition color on my lower lash line, my lower lid. You don't ever want to do too dark or super shimmery bright if you have hooded eyes or small eyes or downturned eyes. Sometimes that's what it's called too. So I cleaned off my angled brush and I'm just going to tap in a little bit of the mulberry on my lower lash line. Just to add a little shadow underneath. Okay. So last, I am going to do my brows, and then I am going to do my mascara, and that's done. So if you ever have any questions, feel free to put them in the comments below and I will answer them. I am using Mocha Java for my brows, and I just want to tighten them up a little bit, bring up my arch here. And bring it down here. Also, feel free to subscribe to my page for future tutorials. And if you're not already a member of my VIP Facebook group, Lipsticks with 2 X's by Jen, make sure to join. I do lots of awesome giveaways, and right now I am currently having a Labor Day sale, so get in on that, and a basket raffle where I'm giving away tons of free beauty products, and you can get entries by just adding people to the group or putting selfies up or buying products. So all the products that I use today I have currently in stock, so just let me know if you're needing anything. All right, so that is my brows. I'm also going to just take a little bit of candlelight and line underneath my brows and just bring that down. Just to give some definition to my arch. Okay. Last but not least, I'm going to use my ShadowSense in black for mascara today, and then I am done with this hooded eye look. For hooded eyes, you want to use tons of volumizing mascara. I actually have lash extensions, but I still like to add even more volume to open my eyes up. Okay, so that's it. That is my hooded eye look. I hope you all took something from that. Let me know if you need any other tips or tricks. Make sure you comment below and like my page, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Thanks so much.